Welcome into the video, welcome into the channel. Hope everybody's doing well out there. And in today's video, I'm gonna be talking about the beautiful, the one and only here, 77-inch LG G4. Why did I say one and only? Like I have the only 77 G4 in the entire world. Anyway, we're talking G4 today because, well, LG might be pushing out another software update for the G4 lineup, and I find this pretty interesting considering they just pushed out an update for the G4 series not more than a week ago at the time of filming this video. So let's check it out. Of course, I've seen no messages pop up on the screen since turning it on today, but we're gonna manually look for it. So let's press and hold the settings button. And we'll wait for a second. We'll go over to support, software update, and 23.21.53 again came out about a week ago. I'll card that in, check out that video so you could see what came with that update, but let's go ahead and click this button and see if there really is another one. You gotta be kidding me, there really is. Now, just to put this out there, LG typically pushes out new software updates for their newer displays about once every 4 to 5 weeks or so. So the fact that this one has come out so quickly afterwards means either we're getting something fun and they finished testing on it, sure, or they found some crazy bug in 23.21.53 and they quickly got to get this one out to fix it before there's hell to pay. So as you can see here, the new version number is going to be 23.21.57. I'm going to go ahead and kick off the install here. I'll come back on the other side if there's no problems and we'll take a look at what comes with this new update. Yes. Well, unfortunately, I'm going to have to cut back in during install here because this is a first. And if you're new to the channel, I've been doing these LG software update videos for quite a while now, and I have never seen this. Look over there on the left. It says update paused. I got up, left the room for a minute. The last percentage I saw it get to was about 16%. And look at that. As I'm talking, it's almost like LG's listening, saying, oh, he noticed it paused and now we're going to start the progress again. I have never seen that pause like that before. There it goes again. As I'm sitting here talking in the video, it's pausing. What is that? Leave me some comments below. Have you ever seen this? You know, I suppose it could be something to do with my network connection. Maybe I'm having some network throttling going on or some internet dropouts. It's highly unlikely considering my modem router thing is literally just off to the left of the camera. In other words, this is my game room. This is where I have the highest internet connection possible in the entire house. So I find it unlikely that that's what's going on, but I just had to share that with you guys because I have never seen the update during its progress pause itself. That's very strange. So I'm gonna go ahead and jump off camera here again. We'll pick things up once it's done, if it finishes, you know? We'll see what happens here. All right, display has been restarted and we've gotten all the way back here to one of the Apple TV 4K screensavers. Before I go in and make sure the new version number is installed on the display and we can see it, just a quick preview of what to expect upcoming here on the channel. The next thing you should see on the channel I'm going to work on for this week is going to be SDR settings for the G4. So if you're somebody watching this video that is going to be buying the G4, or maybe you just got the G4 and you're looking for some settings to try out for like your YouTube videos, your streaming shows you're going to watch that's non-HDR, be sure to subscribe and turn on the bell so that you don't miss that video. But on to the rest of this one. So let's go ahead and press and hold the settings button. And let's make sure this new firmware version number is on the display. Okay, that's not encouraging. That's discouraging right there, that the wand remote feels kind of juddery again. This is something I talked about in prior update videos about this display. But anyhow, let's go in here and there it is, 23.21.57. I'm gonna go through a couple of menus here just in case. I am not very optimistic I'm gonna find any new picture modes or anything, Let's see, all that looks the same. And the main reason why I don't think we're going to see picture modes even moving forward in general is because of this one right here. When they implemented this one, I believe on the 2023 models, so like the C3, the G3, and so on, I believe that kind of eliminated the hope that they might put something, another preset here. But I'm not seeing anything there. And I went ahead off camera and just took a look through the menus. I didn't see anything new pop up. Leave me a comment below if there's something I could have missed that's really hidden deep in the menus that's new. But besides that, I'm not seeing any new features. So let's go ahead and wrap up the video here and talk about what actually does come with this new software update. And I'll kind of give you my final recommendation on whether I think you should install the update. All right, I've made it over to the LG website and the software and drivers portion. So let's go ahead and get my display pulled up and see what's going on. I'm going to type in OLED 77 for the display size, G4, and it's this very first option right here. And as we go to the product page here, as I scroll down, I do see the new firmware version number 23.21.57. And right below that is the one that I had on display prior to this, which is 23.21.53. And according to what I can see on their website, there's literally a week from the last update. So could be exciting, could be very concerning. Let's find out though. Let's find out here what LG says came with this update. So let's click reference, and what I'm seeing right here is going to be improvement and fixing minor bugs. Can't say I'm too surprised by that, because I would say a very high percentage of these LG software updates for their displays across the board, whether it's brand new or 5 years old, you're going to see this sort of update with improvement and fixing minor bugs. And I believe the reason for that is whenever LG pushes out a new software update, I'd say a lot of times it's because they're correcting a bug or a problem they introduced on the prior firmware update they sent out. But then guess what? That current firmware version number is likely to come with some problems of its own. So here in the next 3 to 5 weeks, I'll probably see another firmware version number come out for the G4, and I'll be bringing that to you here on the channel. All right, let me now get back to whether I think that you should install this update. And my recommendation to you right now is to not install this update. And the main reason is I have not had any chance to go through and find what LG has broken. And believe me, they have probably broken something, whether it be something major or small. With this update, I haven't had any time to go through yet and figure out what that is. So my recommendation would be whatever firmware version you're on your G4, if you're not seeing any big problems, there's nothing really standing out to you, nothing that really concerns you. I'm not seeing any new features, so my recommendation would just be stay put. If I come across anything great or horrible with this update, I'll put out a very short, quick follow-up video letting you know what I found. That way you can then make another decision whether you want to install the update. Now there's going to be two things I'm going to be watching very closely with 23.21.57. Number one, audio dropouts. Depending on the firmware version number I've had it installed on display, I've seen that problem go away, come back, and go away again. So I'm hoping I'm not on the coming back form of that as far as this update goes. And number two, remote functionality. I know a lot of people out there think that the remote and that wand functionality is kind of a gimmick, and I'll be honest with you, at first I thought I would hate it and I thought it was gimmicky, but I've really grown to like that control of just kind of point and click. And on this G4, I've certainly had some highs and lows when it comes to the wand functionality, including it completely stopped working at all, full of judder, almost unusable, to the point where not too long ago it became really, really good, really smooth to use. I really like that. I hope this doesn't break that again, so I'm going to be watching that very closely. But I want to hear from you. Based on what you've seen in this video, what you've seen, some of the complications I had during install, are you going to be installing this update? Let me know down there in the comments. And if you found this video entertaining, helpful, whatever it may be, and you want to help support the channel, be sure to hit that like button. It really helps me out. And if you're not subscribed yet, you want to stay up to date with what goes on with these software updates, so that you can make a decision on whether you're going to install, be sure to hit subscribe and turn on the bell. But with all that being said, until the next one,